Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D Rose Report. I tell you what, it's Friday, tomorrow, as long as there's not a ton of news, I want to tell you what happened on Raw 10 years ago this week. Give you a little bit of a hint. Austin just came back from about a 10 or 11 month hiatus because he got hit by a car. And you remember who did it? Claimed he did it. Claimed he did it for The Rock. But anyway, I want to go over some of the stuff that 10 years ago, how the landscape has changed. I know you know it. But anyway, just thought it would be kind of interesting 10 years ago. NXT 2 rookie and apparent Nexus member Husky Harris worked a SmackDown live event on Wednesday in Hildego, never heard of that, Texas. Husky defeated Raw star Primo Colon, which now he's at the place where everybody's going to be defeating him. Another WWE tag team is broken up. By the way, Kurt Hawkins beat down his partner Vance Archer at last night's WWE Superstar broadcast. Archer had just lost the match to Chris Master at a time when it appears WWE is rebuilding its tag team division. They're also planning to split up the Hart Dynasty. So apparently they better have a bunch of extra tag teams down in Florida. And Batista, he's scheduled to be make an appearance at Strikeforce Noon versus Diaz, whatever you want to call it, MMA event this weekend. Matches for tonight's WWE SmackDown on Sci-Fi is going to be Edge taking on Jack Swagger, Layla versus Kelly, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre taking on Cavall and Kofi Kingston, looks like. Dolph Ziggler versus MVP, Rey Mysterio versus Alberto Del Rio. Sounds like might be a lot of wrestling going on. NXT diva Maxine noted on her Twitter account that her neck was messed up after being dropped on her head in a match with Oksana on last week's NXT. You know, I watched NXT, and if you didn't get the chance to see it, you need to go on the WWE's website and see Vicky Guerrero in tights wrestling. It was kind of humorous. Anyway, Dixie Carter wrote the following on her Twitter account following Impact. Says, Hulk's still in the hospital after surgery. He's fighting through it. I'm confident it won't keep him down. Keep him in your prayers. Mickie James botched her promo last night at TNA's reaction as she referred to Madison Reigns as TNA Knockouts champion. The current title holders, Angelina Love. What do you expect from the new kid? Readers haven't asked if Mickie will be spelling her name different in TNA, as the graphics going to change. Had it spelled Mickey with M-I-C-K-E-Y, as in Mickey Mouse. That appears to be an error as her entrance video name came up, as it's always been spelled. I-E, by the way. Anyway, Mickie was a trending worldwide topic on Twitter following her live appearance, and noted that she's going to be actually a special guest referee for the four-way knockout title match of Bound for Glory, which you know there's going to be interaction between somebody there, probably the winner, to where they're going to be fighting each other. New WWE's Legend Roundtable episode. I don't know if you catch that Roundtables episode or not. I don't get it where we're at, but anyways, features Wrestling Families, and it's going to be debuting this Friday on WWE On Demand. Matt Hardy noted on his Twitter last night that he was watching TNA Impact, and Hardy wrote, I also really dig seeing my buds like Tommy Dreamer and Mickie James on Impact. They seem happy, less stressed. Shawn Michaels said on his Twitter that he's going to be letting his fans in on some news next week for what it's worth. Shawn said he is getting back into work some. Final card for TNA's Bound for Glory pay-per-views coming out on last night's Impact is, and are you guys going to order it? Or wait for it to come out free on the internet? Anyway, TNA World, you know, I think, I'm kind of interested to see how the ratings for Impact was last night, to see if it went up, straight, or down, because we always tell you, kind of the spoiler stuff, and actually we shouldn't do it, but we do, just for you guys, but I just want to see if it goes up, since really nobody knew for a fact what happened. Anyway, TNA title match, world title match, was Kurt Angle versus Anderson. This is it, Bound for Glory. Angle versus Anderson versus Hardy. TNA Tag Match and Generation B versus Motor City Machine Guns. TNA X Division title is going to be Doug Williams taking on Lethal. Knockouts is going to be Sky versus Rain versus Tara versus Love. Special referee Mickie James. Lethal Knockdown is going to be Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, Raven, Rhino, Stevie Richards versus AJ Styles, Kazarian, Morgan, Rude, and Storm. Monsters Ball will always have a Abyss in it. Taking on RVD. Handicap match going to be Jeff Jarrett and Samoa Joe taking on Sting, Kevin Nash, and the Pope Inc. Incorporated versus Orlando Jordan and Eric Young for whatever time, just to be there, I guess. Plus, Abyss will reveal who they are, and Team 3D has an announcement also. Okay, it was reported on September 22nd that James had signed a contract with TNA and would return to the promotion live on the Impact, which he did. And James was released by World Wrestling Entertainment on April 22nd. On May 20th, Dixie Carter started the buzz about James possibly joining the thing on her Twitter, especially after they had a little CD party after Mickie James' CD came out. Alright, what else have I got here? Hang on, calm down. How about a little bit of a history, since I'm going to do maybe some history tomorrow. September, I had this on here for a while, by the way, September 6th, 1980, Tommy Rich defeats Jimmy Valiant to win the AWA Southern Heavyweight title. 1986, Big Bubba defeats Pat Tanaka to win the AWA International Heavyweight Championship. 1998, Jeff Jarrett competes in his final WCW match, losing to Booker T. Jarrett would then re-sign with WWF and rejoin WCW 2 years later. 1999, Gorilla Monsoon passed away after suffering from heart failure. In the year 2000, ECW on TNN airs the final time, and TNN has started carrying competing shows of WWF, Raw's War, and it was a couple weeks prior to that. And the birthdays then was Barry Darson, was Smash of the Team Demolition. He was born in 1959. Let's see, Alpha Adoki, which is also known as Manu in WWE. He was born in 1984. Alright, now I got one day before that, highlights. It was highlights from ECW Ultimate Jeopardy. You know, you guys may have your own opinion on who the best announce team is. I mentioned this on the info line, telephone. The best ones, I like JR and the King. Thought they were great. I mainly like Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan. I thought they did a hell of a job, a great mix. Right now, WWE, I don't think has too good a mix with people where they interact good with each other. Anyway, 1996, this is September 5th. Highlights from the ECW Ultimate Jeopardy. The Gangsters fight Blue Meaning and Stevie Richards in a no contest. Shane Douglas fights Pitbull number 2, no contest. Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman defeat Stevie Richards and Brian Lee. Do you remember who else Brian Lee used to portray? I'll leave that up there for you. Anyway, in 1997, WWF Bad Blood. In your house, highlights was the Godwins defeated the Headbangers for the WWF Tag Team Championship. Owen Hart defeated Farouk to win the vacant WWF Intercontinental Championship. Shawn Michaels defeats The Undertaker to become #1 contender for the WWF Championship. This was the inaugural Hell in a Cell match. This also marked the debut of Kane in WWF, referring to his match. He ended up costing The Undertaker his victory. This was also the day Brian Pillman was found dead in his motel room in Minneapolis. Pillman was only 35 years old and died from a form of heart disease. And that was, what did I say, 1997. All right, 1998, D'Lo Brown defeats X-Pac for the European title. 1999, head writer Vince Russo, Ed Ferrara, leaves the company to hire as for let's see, hired as writers for WCW programming. Gotta go.